Jason Tatum. Whenever he has a big offensive game like that, it kind of loosens everybody else up on the court, and they start getting easy ones to transition. Their defense picks up, and then you just see the level of intensity pick up on their end, and they just start picking the scab, as we call it in our league. Start running the same play over and over again, getting switches, and they were just punishing us down the stretch. And JT was getting to his spots, and that was the difference in the game tonight. Even if you take 15 points away from what he scored tonight, it would be probably a different game. But we felt like we had a good game plan going in. But again, we've seen this before from JT against us, where he scores 50. He did it last year in the playoffs. And it just shows you that's the difference in the game when you're playing against us. Is you got to beat us on that end, and then finish the game.
Anything specific? I mean, you talked about taking the scale. I mean, I think he was in the third. Going into the then goes up for 18 in the fourth.
Yeah.
Is there anything that changed either in the way you guys are trying to defend him, or just in his aggression level?
Yeah, his aggression level, of course, you got to give respect to him. I mean, he got to the free throw line as well. I don't know how many free throws he shot in the fourth quarter, but down the stretch, he got to the free throw line. He was just in a good rhythm. Once you get JT in a good rhythm, I mean, I've seen it. I mean, I've been on his team, so, seeing it live and him going to the basket and attacking and getting to his pull-ups, that's just the difference between the good and great players. He just continued to attack us, so you got to give him credit. No, I think it's going to be like that. Well, I know it's going to be like that for the rest of my career coming in here. So, it's like the scoring girlfriend, just wants an explanation on why I left, but still hoping for, a text back. And I'm just like, yeah, it's fun while it lasted, and I think that's the relationship that makes it fun. But, the reality is that I'm just grateful for my time here in Boston. Everybody in the front office, everybody in that locker room treated me well. Still have lasting relationships in our league, that extend as a brotherhood for us. And, we still remain close. So to see the growth of a lot of guys that I play with on this team and seeing this core group back together, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, JB, JT, and then I add Derek White, a few other guys, Rob Williams maturing. I was with these guys when they were pups. When JT just got drafted, JB was in his second year. So, I just have mutual respect for them. And, coming back in this environment, we know what it is. And I just got to lock in on the mission, stay focused, and, not try to have too many conversations with the fans on the side when they call me out of my name. So. Man, I wish I had, an answer for that like tomorrow, but I think we've all accepted that it's been a funky year. It's been a lot going on in and out of the lineup. I think we have one of the most changing lineups in the league. I think us and the Lakers. So it just shows you that when you don't have that consistency or when you don't have guys in the lineup, I mean, it takes a big hindrance on everything, and I take my accountability for that as well. So. Now we just have 17 games left, and we make the best of it. And we're not in this do or die mode, but we just know, hey, in order for us to be in position for contention, we got to do the little things in order to win every single night. And I'm gonna have to show up, and even more so. So. Man, shout out Eric Adams, man. It's not an easy job to be the mayor of New York City. And, with COVID looming, vaccination mandates, everything going on in our world with this war in Ukraine and everybody feeling it across America, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now trying to delegate whether or not, one basketball player can come and play at home. I appreciate his comments and his stance. He knows where I stand, and I know one day we'll be able to break bread together, and they'll be able to come to the games and, you know, hopefully we'll move past this time like it never happened in our sense. But, you know, it's just the reality that, you know, it's been difficult on a lot of us in New York City and across the world. So I know he's feeling it, and I'm just grateful that he's on my side as well as the commissioner. Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Yeah, now we play the waiting game, bro. I'm waiting just as much as you. Nah, one day at a time, man. One day at a time. That's all we can do, bro. It's sports, so momentum can shift game to game. And one thing that we can control is our effort and our intention into the game plan and just going out there and playing free and just enjoying it. You know, win, loss, or draw, we just want our intention to be in the right place. And we just leave it all out there. I think tonight, you know, I was just a little tight just on everything. Got shots a little on and off defensively. And that energy carries on to our team. So we just have to set the right intentions for the rest of the season and see where we land and then go from there. We're never going to waver, never going to lose belief in our talent, God-given talent. I'm grateful for that. I'm humble enough to admit that. And, you know, we just see where we go. I told him in the locker room, 25,000 points. You're a savant. You are an artist. You have clipped history, and he will forever be remembered as a legend in our game. And I mean, he's been doing it since he was 19, and you know, there's a level of admiration that I have for my best friend right there, and he just does it in ways that makes it look easy. And even when he takes 6 weeks off, it looks like he hasn't missed any time. And that level of work that level of work ethic that he puts in, it shows why he's as great as he is. And for me, it motivates me to continue to get my game up. And hopefully when I'm done with my career, I could be sitting next to him and have 25,000 as well and look back and we just crack jokes on a few championships that we won together. So that's the goal at hand.
I was going to say, obviously everybody processes things differently.
Mm-hmm.
You're obviously comfortable in your own skin coming here with, you know you're going to get through, so you're not even wondering if you are. Do you have any conversation with Ben? I mean, obviously Ben's not playing when you go to Philly, but if he's with you guys, it'll be pretty vitriolic when he goes to Philly, even if he's not playing. I mean, is that a discussion that you even have with him? Say,
I mean, we'll wait for the time for that, but I think I kind of leave that question up for the observer, you know, and when he has a chance to play in Philly, I think we'll see him in his natural way, man. We all react differently, and we all prepare in our own ways. And me, as one of the leaders on the team, is just to be there for him and support every moment that we're together on the floor, off the floor as well. But you know, it's never easy to get traded, to leave a team in free agency. You know, we've seen people burn jerseys. We've seen people throw things from the crowd. We've seen fans go at it on social media. We've seen so much of our game be turned into somewhat of a spectacle for people to enjoy and cheer for, and the emotions run high. So, like I said, everybody reacts differently to it. As long as it's focused on the game. You know, I've said this last year when I was here in Boston. If you focus on the game, you know, then I don't think there's any bad blood. But in terms of the criticism that people like to bring from watching from the audience or yelling things from the sideline and you calling somebody out of their name, you know, some people react differently. People call me out of my name here in Boston, or they've said some, you know, over the line things, and it's a natural reaction to be able to go out and respond. But ultimately, we get paid a lot of money to do this. We have to keep our calm. We have to keep our cool. And we have the refs out there to protect the game. We have our security. And it's just, we want to go out there and enjoy it. And I want Ben to enjoy it and have fun doing what he loves to do. So going back to Philly, of course, is going to be crazy. Like, come on, even for us. Like, you know, I didn't play in Brooklyn my first year, and the Boston Celtics fans were still chanting Kyrie sucks. And then I put on an Instagram post and said, you know, a bunch of things about life meaning more than this game. And, you know, those are the moments where you just realize that sports has its own political atmosphere and it has its own rules, and you got to adjust to it. So when I was talking to the fans at the end of the game, I'm like, man, I love this, man. We'll see you again. All right, one game. All right?